talking about this song because it is so appropriate for our next guest.
Seriously. Okay.
Our next guest immigrated to the United States from Belarus when he was 3 years old. He lived in a studio in Astoria with 8 family members. And at the ripe old age of 8, look at how cute, he was already becoming a serial entrepreneur.
All right, his products included lemonade, baseball cards, toys, and eventually his family's wine business. Gary Vaynerchuk, or Gary Vee, as most know him, was disrupting the world of business, marketing, and brand building before that was even something cool to do. So fast forward, he's a forward thinker. Just wrote his first children's book.
That's right, and it is called Meet Me in the Middle. Here to tell us all about it is 6-time New York Times best-selling author and sometimes sketcher, I just discovered, Gary Vee.
Ladies, how are you?
Better for seeing you.
What she said. So excited to have you here.
Yeah, I'm glad to know that you're an actual person. I feel like I've spent my entire life seeing you through.
It's like the Wizard of Oz.
That's right. You have this book, Meet Me in the Middle. Why now?
You know, over the last 10 years, as my social media built, and as I went from tactical, do this on Facebook, do this on Twitter, to, wait a minute, the reason people aren't doing this is more about emotional things. This is about insecurity, this is about confidence, this is about self-esteem. I really received over 1 million messages in the last decade from people saying, this helped me, I've got to work on this. And what you realize as you get older is, like, the earlier you can get to somebody to really frame their perspective on life, the bigger impact you can have. And so there's a selfish and selfless part of this whole VeeFriends thing. The selfish part is Star Wars, Wizard of Oz, you know, the big Disney, the biggest intellectual properties in the world is big business. I'm a businessman. So I'm excited about building the VeeFriends world in collectibles. If the people who are watching now go on eBay and type in VeeFriends, they'll be stunned how the cards are being traded like Pokemon. But on the selfless part, I think the world's lost balance. I think we can all agree, back here and on TV.
A lot of head nodding happening in the gallery.
You know, we've gone to the 2 extremes, and I think balance in the middle matters. I think modern parenting has slightly lost its way, hence this book. I think losing is good, not bad. I think 8th place trophies are bad, not good.
You gotta build character.
And so, Patient Pig and Eager Eagle, 2 of the characters in my world. Eagerness is amazing, tenacity, going for it. But if you do too much, you're sloppy. Patience is remarkable and hard, but if you do too much, it becomes indecisive and complacent.
You're talking about the stars of Meet Me in the Middle, which, by the way, good job. It's a flip book.
Yes. Explain, did you know from the get-go that this was going to be how you were going to do it? Or explain the concept.
Big shout out to Manny Galan, who worked with us at VeeFriends. He said, hey, there's this concept in kid books you do, because he knows that the whole concept is VeeFriends come together to help kids. So this is really 2 VeeFriends coming together, but they're coming from different directions on playing this basketball game. And I think it's really gonna teach, you know, kids, but honestly, there's a part of me that's writing these kids' books for the parents. I want them, when they're reading it, saying, yeah, I go too far on this, or I go too far on that. And so I'm excited, and obviously what we're seeing here is the animations are coming, and so I'm gonna build this Sesame Street, Disney, Pokemon world over the rest of my life. Accountable Ant is on TV right now, one of my favorite characters.
I love him.
Yeah, accountability is a lost art. Everybody's by the way, everybody who's watching right now, America has gotten great at pointing fingers and not thumbs. Everybody else's fault, but your own. So that's why I'm building this.
This is what I love about your brand specifically, is that, because I say to myself in my world, I say, you know what, I meet a lot of people, we talk to a lot of people of all walks of life, and I say, I'm going to meet people where they are. What's staggering about you is you meet people where you are, and you bring us with you, which is a gift and a skill. So kudos for doing that with the younger set, because that's not easy to do as a parent.
As I hear that, the kudos gets sent to me, and I'm going to pass that directly to Tamara and Sasha Vaynerchuk. You know, like, I'm the byproduct of good parenting. My parents found the middle. And so I had unconditional love. My mom made me think that I could do anything, literally anything. But my parents held me accountable. My mom grounded me every report card for my bad grades. My dad showed me through his actions and his words what hard work and work ethic meant. And so I feel a level of guilt that I was so well parented, that so much of the energy you see from the screen of my content and what I put into this brand is almost like a sense of responsibility that it worked out for me.
Yep.
And I'm a good communicator. I'm aware that I was gifted with the gift of gab. And that little kid right there, he at that age knew how to get people to think things. And so as a grown-up today, I feel a sense of responsibility, especially in a world that's very good at selling fear and negativity.
Sure.
If you're someone who sells practical positivity, where people get confused sometimes with positivity.
What is that? What is practical?
I'm positive, and a lot of people watching, they think that's delusional. They bring cynicism to the table. When my friends are like, Gary, I'm just keeping it real. I'm like, yeah, real negative. You know, so I'm positive, but I'm not delusional. Like, hard work matters. We can't demonize hard work. The book is about competition. Competition matters. Parents that are watching, get off the field. Don't yell at the coach. Your kid stinks, and that's okay. Let them get better. Get out of the way. Parents going to schools and fighting teachers for a kid to get a better grade. This is insanity. We've lost our way. We need better kids' books.
Oh my gosh!
For your kid and for the parent.
We have just gotten a master class in the brain of Gary Vee. We have to ask you. You said it yourself. You're a businessman. You're behind. Marisol's been saying all morning. Chances are 5 things you touch every day in life, this guy has a hand in. So one piece of advice for anybody out there looking to start a business or potential entrepreneurs.
It's all self-awareness. I already talked about it. I've had so many things go well for me, but student, I was not. I love sports, but I'm not a professional athlete. Another thing that parents, you know, it's funny, my mom taught me I could do anything, but that when you then tried to do that thing, if you weren't good at it, well, then you weren't good at it.
Right.
And so my piece of advice to everybody is if you're going to start a business, be self-aware. If you're not a great cook, opening a restaurant and being the chef is a bad idea. That's right.
Don't be a baker.
And so I think people are so obsessed with tricking everybody on who they wish they were instead of falling in love with who they are. And like, that's it. Like, everyone sucks at other stuff too.
That's so true. I suck at lacrosse.
I suck at pretty much everything that involves hand-eye coordination.
I'm a 6-time New York Times bestselling author who can barely read.
Is that right?
Yeah. I'm not a good reader. As a matter of fact, my team's laughing in the background right now.
They're like, we told you not to say that, Gary.
No, what they're probably laughing at is they know that if they send me an email that's more than 4 sentences, my reply is 2-minute meeting.
Right.
Audio, visual, I'm unstoppable.
Self-awareness, oh my God.
Self-awareness.
It's my #1 pet peeve when people don't have it.
We could talk to you for forever, but we want to get to, today is pub day, tomorrow is a book signing.
Yes.
Union Square, Barnes & Noble.
Yes.
6 to 8.
Yes, I will be in Barnes & Noble in New York City. Please come by. Yes, I'm very focused in that photo.
Will your face, I was going to say, you're going to keep that face the entire time.
Probably. I like to be very focused when I'm in sales mode. It's exciting. You know, this is like a fun one, right? Because I'm already getting DMs because people pre-ordered it. And literally on the way here, I'm getting DMs of pictures of kids reading it and why they like it. Like, you know, it's really fun to be a creative and an entrepreneur. You have an idea, you have a vision, it becomes real, but then there's nothing like watching the market react. And back to another piece of advice, when things that I do don't work, I'm equally happy.
Look at you.
Because the market's always right. A huge issue for entrepreneurs is they feel entitlement. They feel that their product should sell, that you all don't get it. I always think you get it.
Can we have him back, team, another time? Can we make that happen? Because we could talk to you another hour. Incredible stuff.
Thank you, ladies.
Congratulations.